Hey, this is Marcus.
Hey, this is James.
Hi, this is Royce.
This is Nick.
Hey, this is Ty.
Hey, it's your boy Micmo.
Hey, this is Vinny.
This is
It's your boy Shabrady.
This is Jonathan.
You're listening to the
Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Week 7, episode 7.
Yes, sir.
Of the Booty League podcast. David, you heard our mystery guest. All right, let's just bring him in. Let's not keep the man waiting.
I'm Date Mike.
Did I say something?
You coughed.
What up?
You coughed or something.
Yeah, what's up, Michael? How's it doing? Last we saw you. Week 3?
Week 3 sounds
Something
right.
like that. But now week 7, how's it been since then?
Can't complain. It's not too bad.
4-2, baby.
4-2. It's been a while.
Yeah, rise up, am I right? The underdogs rise up.
Yes,
The
sir,
past
let's
champs
go.
at the bottom right here. You got Timmy bottom, Vin bottom, James bottom, Jonathan bottom, Toilet rise up. It's because you know what? You know why, Michael? It's because we paid off our the burden.
Paid our debts, you're right.
And
Oh,
so
that's true. That's true, huh? That's
we-
right. You guys
that-
finally gave it
Oh,
up.
our
to us.
burden.
That's right,
Let
dude.
this be a lesson. You gotta pay it off, or you don't want to curse your next years. Or
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's spicy. I didn't
That
even
makes
think about
sense.
that, dude. That was a good
That
one.
makes sense.
If you were there, dude, if you were there, you know what's up. David, how's your week going?
you know, I would have been more mad at myself if I lost by like 10 points because my defense dropped a dud.
Mhm.
But Herb didn't come through like at all, like not even close.
Yeah,
And so I can't be mad because I probably wouldn't have won even if my defense didn't drop a goose. So
for sure.
I mean, I would have. Nick was beatable that week, so missed my chance.
Okay.
How about you, Chris? Let's get a little life update.
Oh man, life update. Dude, I pulled my back for the first time in my life, dude. I'm hurting. I'm not gonna lie.
Working out or what?
Yeah, working out. I feel old, dude. I was
You're
like,
cold?
Huh?
You were cold or
No, I was working out. I warmed up and I felt fine. And then yeah,
Mm.
just the next day my back like tightened up and I was walking with like a hunch. I was like this way. I had to go see my chiro. Like I looked horrible. You know, my kids are. There's a part where like it like seized up and I like the kids are just waiting for me in line and they're just staring at me standing there. I'm like I can't move.
Old man, dude.
Yeah, I
Hey,
literally
welcome to 30,
Can't
Chris.
move, dude. Not yet, dude. That's still a couple weeks out. All right.
All right.
We'll talk about football later. But yeah, let's jump into a quick question.
All right, a little bit different than previous quick questions. So our first quick question: top 3 Mexican foods can't be tacos. So top 3 personal Mexican foods. All right.
Just tacos, right?
No, not tacos.
I mean, that's the only thing that's excluded. Tacos,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, just tacos
All
are
right, it's easy.
excluded. Anything Mexican related. All
Okay.
right. For me,
Go ahead.
number 3, Michael might know what I'm talking about.
Here.
It's those little corn chips that they sell at those little carts that walk around the street with the bell. And
Yeah,
then
you pour the
I
hot
don't know
sauce
what
and
it's
stuff.
called, but that's number 3 for me.
Okay.
Well, I'm discounting like wet burritos. I don't really like tamales, or else I would have included them.
Okay.
So
Listen.
I'm just saying Mexican foods that I have eaten. I'd rank that one number 3. It's got the
Okay.
nostalgia.
Okay.
What about you, Chris? Number 3.
Oh no, rank. You put a ranking. You actually had 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
I don't have a
I
3, 2, 1. I don't have a 3, 2, 1. I just have
give,
off the
give
top
us
of my
a
head.
little-
Burritos, because I love burritos. Does that
you
count?
love burritos.
Yeah,
Alright, that counts.
that-
But
that's like
what's
the
your
2
go-to?
That's like the 2
Go-to
things I
spot?
can eat every day. A nearby taco stand or taqueria, the Springdale taqueria that's open 24 hours.
Chipotle.
Chipotle?
No.
I get like an asada or pastor burrito, but yeah,
Alright.
that's my or
Go
three plus,
ahead.
I guess.
Now instill some culture into us, Michael.
Dude, we're more Mexican than Michael, right?
I'm the least Mexican there is. Please do not ask me these questions. But number 3
Or
on my
s-
list.
or so you've heard from other
From
Mexicans.
what I heard, from what I've seen in the movies, number 3 on my list is menudo.
That's up there. That's on there for
What
me.
is that? What
A
is
lot
that?
of it's I don't know.
It's like this hangover food. It's like a soup,
It's like a
and
soup thing.
there's like
It's a soup,
tripe. There's
Ah,
pozole is corn, and it's like it's like a tripe soup thing with. I know the main thing is like tripe and intestine or whatever that is intestine.
something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, number 2 for me, I got Relarinos. It's a Mexican candy that you buy at like any like liquor store. They'll have them for like 25 cents. I like
Which one is
fucking.
which one is the one?
It's like
The one in the bar, the little
it's
bar.
like a
Yes,
bread
yellow.
bar thing, single
Okay.
packaging.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm talking about.
yeah.
That shit's
It's
fire,
like
bro. It goes.
tamarind, right? Yeah.
If cavities weren't a thing, I'd probably burn through the whole pack.
How many
Yeah.
of those have been into the bitch cup last time?
None. I should have had it, but the reason it doesn't make it to the bitch cup is probably because I've eaten it all. But you know that
Come
day
before he
that
walks to the table.
you know that day that James had like a pinata for Cinco de Mayo or Cinco de
Yeah,
Drinko.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like yoinked like a bunch of Mexican candy from. But anyways, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I don't even like Mexican candy.
What?
I don't.
I love
Bad.
Mexican candy.
I'm not Mexican, dude. Raised by whites.
Number 2 for me is menudo. I would say it's on my list. So menudo. Go ahead, Michael. You're number 2.
My number 2 is enchiladas.
What?
Those are my favorite growing up. The green
I
chili
was gonna
ones.
put that one on too, actually.
Chicken and green chili.
Okay.
All right, number 1 for me, I'd probably put pozole. I didn't actually find out like what this was until like last year.
Mhm.
But I've been on that pozole grind wherever I can find it,
good.
bro.
I feel like there's 2
It's-
camps. There's a menudo camp and there's a pozole camp.
I've never
And-
tried
And I'm in the menudo camp for
so
sure.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Well,
Depends on the season for me. I love both. They're both good to me.
Mhm.
But I know there's a lot of people that are like they pick one or the other.
Yeah.
yeah, as soon you know that cold spot we had the other day, pozole, insta pozole, because it's been hot, and then last week
Yeah.
it was pretty cold. Insta pozole. All right.
Gotcha.
That's a good call.
All right, my number 3 real quick is this is a tough one for me. But I'm gonna go with the Golden West swap meet. This particular lady growing up, there's her raspados, her vanilla raspados. Like those are the best with
What is that?
with the cream on top. It's like it's a snow cone pretty much. It's like a
Mm.
snow cone that tastes like Thai tea. Like they call it vanilla, but it's like this orange color, and then they put like this cream on top. Oh, it's delicious. Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Go ahead, Michael.
My number 1, it has to be tamales. It's every year, it's that Christmas thing too.
Homemade or bought
Homemade,
from
baby.
somewhere? Homemade. All right.
Any honorable mentions? One quick honorable mention, Woody. Anything?
Quesadillas, dude.
Quesadillas.
I thought about putting that one. I'd probably put enchiladas on as an honorable mention.
Okay. I probably put birria. I really like
Oh, I
birria.
didn't think about that.
All right.
Taco
Jump
Bell,
in.
honorable mention.
All right, top 3 Viet foods. The no pho, but anything edible, right? No pho,
Yep,
but anything
yep.
edible.
All right, Michael, if you don't know the name, do your best to describe it to
describe it,
me,
yeah.
Dude,
and then
okay.
we'll try to guess what it is. Or if
let me
Chris,
just make this simple because it's only ever Chris is like, hey, you like pork? Yeah, you like rice? Yeah, he's like, okay, I got you. That's it. That's,
you
I
know,
don't know
it's like
anything other
you
than
see
pho.
it. You see how me and Chris like know all these like Mexican cuisine. I'd like to have it reciprocated.
Hey,
It's because I don't do it. I baby him too much. I don't
Yeah,
make him. I don't make him learn. It's hey, here, eat this. You like this?
Yeah.
Eat this.
That's
Yeah,
all it
yeah,
is. It's just here. You want to try this? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you next time.
yeah.
I don't know it, but just know I respect it all.
I make Alice I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. What's the name of the food? Even though I know the name.
Yeah.
Make her
Explain it to
remember.
you.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
All right,
I
go
say
ahead.
Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah, you can say
You
Vietnamese
can
coffee.
say Viet coffee.
go.
All right, go ahead.
Vietnamese
Number
coffee.
3, Chris.
Vietnamese coffee for me. Number 3. No particular order for me, but cool. I think that's one of my favorite dishes.
Banco. You know, that's the
It's the
which-
white rice paper. It's pretty much what you get at Korean barbecue.
yeah, exactly. You put
and,
fish
and
sauce
then
on
you
it.
put fish sauce over it, and then you put like these bean sprouts and stuff, and then I cut like that pork meatloaf on it.
Okay.
That comes in banana
All
leaf.
right, I'll go number 3. You got gumtam, so broken
Oh,
rice.
that's on there
Number
for me
3
for
is
sure.
the rice. It's a rice dish, and you put fish sauce on it, Michael.
I don't think he's had this one. I
Oh,
don't
you
think
gotta
he's
have
had
it,
Doesn't sound
bro.
familiar.
It's literally just rice and fish
it.
sauce.
Yeah, I think you would like that though. And then
Alright.
yeah, they put different toppings like different like shredded pork and a bunch of other stuff.
Go ahead,
Um,
Michael. Number 3.
Number 2.
Dude, I
Number
don't know
2.
anything else.
You said Vietnamese coffee, and then
Let's go banh mi.
okay.
Okay, Mommy, what's your favorite? What's your
Do you have a
favorite?
You mean that's not all of them?
You mean there's not one? This guy, bro. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. It's probably barbecue pork.
or something like that.
Probably.
Number 2 for me, you got banseo.
Ooh, okay.
It's the yellow pancake.
Yeah.
Put some bean sprout. It was in my egg roll,
That's-
Michael, if you remember.
That's my number 2 too.
Oh, okay.
Banseo's on there for me. Number 2.
Banseo's number 2. Michael, number 1 for you. Come on. Finish strong,
Chris,
brother.
Chris, help me out. What's my favorite?
Korean
You like-
barbecue.
Explain it. It's the what kind of meat is it, and what do you eat it with, and then there's like 3 different things in that pot.
Dude, I don't know.
He likes it caw.
I see. No,
Which
the
one was that one?
most. That's
It's
just
like-
because that's like.
It's not the
menu-
most. It's just
the
because
mudo.
yeah. It's the rice with the pork, and there's an egg in it, and there's tofu.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like the braised dish.
Okay, go good.
Let's
Number
go with
1.
that.
Number 1 for me is gomtam. So that's
Number 1. Oh, me and Chris got pretty similar.
Yeah.
Gum Thumb is pretty. You know, I think if you asked me like, you can only eat like all other dishes went, like all other Vietnamese dish disappeared, and you can only eat one for the rest of your life, I'd probably choose Gum Thumb. It's timeless.
Yeah.
But number 1 for me is probably Viet coffee. That shit's like
Mm.
cocaine, bro.
It's too sweet
Alright.
for me. It's too sweet for me. All right, let's jump in for some action. Very quiet this week. You guys are gonna have to break down what happened in the chat for me because I'm really confused about. I'm really confused about what happened. So, just real quick, last week, shot bets head to head. Me and Vin. I lost. Head to head in the podcast and analysis. Well, whatever we do nowadays, just kind of what we go off the cuff. I won, so David owes a shot for that. Bills Chiefs tie Nick 0-1. Royce tie Nick went on who would get the first touchdown between Yi and Royce. Royce lost that one, tie Nick won. They choosing Yi because he got it like Yi got that like right after Royce said that. Vin and Chris, I had a head to head with Vin. I lost, so I will be owing 1. Vin owes 1. David owes 1 from last week, 1 interest, and 1 for this week. So he has 3 total. I have 1. Ty has 1. Nick has 1, and Royce has 1, 2 if he's really the house. So we'll see what happens there.
All right. I'll take my 1. Or Chris. All right, we're gonna drink together or what?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I owe one?
No, I think you're
You
good.
paid it last week, yeah.
What was
You-
last?
Yeah, you just said.
Oh yeah,
earlier,
you
so
like
you're good.
preempted it.
Yeah.
Like you.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna crack this bad boy. What beer are you drinking, Michael?
Some Michelob Ultra.
Damn, is that your beer now?
It was leftovers from golfing.
Okay.
It's
What are you drinking, David? What beer are you drinking? Looks good.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
I love these faces, dude. We get.
Sierra Nevada. It's not that great.
Is it the pale ale or the
Pale ale.
the torpedo? Remember torpedoes, Michael?
Torpedoes. We go ways back.
I looked at the box the other day. I was like, man, dude, I could really go for torpedo, dude. That sounds delicious.
All right, last one. Come on, David. I just had soup today. So I feel like I'm on like pretty much an empty stomach. It was slim pickings actually for dinner.
Instant pozole, some more instant pozole, or what?
Nah, it's all frozen. I was too lazy to unfreeze it.
All right, baby,
All
last
right,
one.
hop us into the waiver wire while I. Oh wait,
We have
we got
we have
Ty.
one
All right,
video.
last one. All right, I'm gonna play Ty's video. Let me chill out for a bit, and then I'll finish my last one. We only have one video today. Like last week it was like popping off.
Ties was preemptive too. Ties was preemptive. Let me double check. I think because I think everyone paid out last week already.
All right, can you guys see everything? It's just 4 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, everybody. Ty, you get the solo screen. There it is. What's
It's apple
crazy
juice.
is that what's crazy. Did you guys hear the background?
Yeah, what was that?
It's like music. Like what? Like Ty's like having a party right now or something.
I don't think I heard it.
It was
Uh,
like nobody should be playing music that loud on a Wednesday night.
Michael, did you pay? Did you send 2 last week, or did you send 1 at all?
I sent 2 last week.
Okay, I think you're good. I gotta double check that form later, but I think you're good. All right,
Okay.
breaking news. Can we can we get a breaking news drop, please?
Mm, mm. Breaking news.
All right, Royce. Nothing crazy today, but Royce had Cowboys D for 28, 8 bids total. You got 22, 19, and 14. Marcus with bidding on Kenyon Drake for 26. The next closest bids 17 and 12 with 4 bids total. Rice got Tyquan Thornton, I think, 12. The next closest bid is 2. That's David. So I want you to talk about that later. Timmy put Trevor Lawrence bid for 10. The bid was 0, which has been took. He currently has no quarterback, so he's in need of one. Timmy also bid on Chase Claypool, 9. 3 bids total. Royce had a 10 bid. I'm assuming that's if the Cowboys didn't make it through or someone else. So
Oh, yeah.
or Tyquan Thornton. So that did not go through. So Timmy gets Chase Claypool for 9. Nothing too crazy today. Jet Steve went for 1, and I think it was 3 bids, but it's like 1 and 0. Fab Watch with from Professor Royce of Royce Economics. Michael with 60, Timmy with 85, Royce with 88. Any thoughts on the waivers this week? Michael, you didn't want anyone this week. You were pretty quiet. Did you bid anything? Did you do anything?
Just bid on Christian Watson. I was really more so just trying to figure out a trade for a receiver.
Mhm.
So I wasn't really paying attention to the waivers, but
Okay.
'cause I was pretty sure of the trade going through, so that's why I wasn't really looking into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
David,
I mean,
thoughts on your waiver wire week?
Cowboys D for 28. I know we kind of gave Royce a hard time for dropping Cowboys D and picking him up. But would you rather drop him? I think we talked about this in episode or a couple episodes ago. Would you rather drop him and pick him up for like 30 fab than to have someone else save your face and have someone else pick him up and have him score like 15 points on you,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think it was Vin the one that said that he would just like pick him up, and who cares about? I mean, Royce is the king of get your guy, so as as long as like they do well, who cares? 28 fab was at 2%, no 10% of 15% of our fab, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I was surprised no one went for the Jets D in the waiver. I was really
In the
surprised
first
about
one?
that. Yeah.
I honestly, I was like, I felt like hot shit. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get Cowboys D, and I was even close. I was like the third one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I really wanted them. Like you guys were giving him shit for it. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm more salty that I didn't get them than anything.
What about Kenyon Drake? What do you guys think about Kenyon Drake?
I don't know. I think it was more of a J.K. Dobbins situation. Right? That's what people were saying. J.K. Dobbins sat out the second half. Justice Hill is practicing in full this week.
Mhm.
Gus Edwards might come back. Like 26 a lot for I mean, he needs him. Like he needs a running back to play, but it is a lot for
He's
I
not.
think that
He wasn't in his lineup when I was looking earlier, but I know. I mean, we have Kenyon Drake's body of work. It's not like he's gonna like show us
Mm,
something he hasn't shown us
yeah.
before, right? So I think
Mm.
26 is like
But also, I
chasing
mean,
last week.
it's you're chasing last week, but it's 112
Yeah.
yards on like 10 carries, and it wasn't like he broke off an 80 yard or two. Like his highest yards per carry, his highest yard was like 30 or something like that. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Seems like he's effective. He looks pretty good from what I've seen.
I guess
It
that's
just
what
still seems unpredictable though.
Yeah,
What's gonna
exactly,
happen?
exactly. Yeah,
that's what
definitely
fresh
improved.
legs does, I guess. Right.
Yeah, but then again, what J.K. Dobbins should be fresh too. His knees locked up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
before we move on to the trade segment, can someone explain to me what the shot bets were this week? Royce is trying to shot bet Timmy what, and you're shot betting Timmy what?
I don't know the Royce situation. If you want to,
I don't know what the Royce situation is. I kind of ignored it.
Yeah,
To
it
be
was a lot.
honest.
So
It was a lot. I understand I understand the
Can't
one where
remember.
it's like with Michael though, with the
so Michael,
three
go
players, right?
ahead and explain yours. Go ahead and explain yours since you're in it. So
So
what's your shot bet
at
this week?
first, like when I first brought it up, I didn't really have. I was waiting for just to see what he would say to really finalize it. But I think how we're gonna do it is we need to hit the parlay of Terry McLaurin outscoring all of them individually. So if he
Oh, I
does,
see.
Timmy
Like a
will take
parlay
3 shots.
style.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so so it's
But
combined.
if
It's
you
not even.
but if you miss, then you take the one shot or
If I
something like
miss,
that.
I take the 3 shots. Like
Three
the
shots.
the parlay has to hit.
So he
Oh.
has 3 shots.
You,
So you're
you
three
had a
shots on the line.
you had a 3-leg to
Damn.
break even parlay. That's the
Sheesh.
that's the most ass parlay I've ever. My God, bro.
That's alright, dude.
That's Micmo economics, dude.
All
I'm
right.
that confident.
All right.
Speaking of
I just
Micmo
gotta put it
economics,
to him, dude. I just gotta put it to him.
all right. Speaking of Micmo economics, let's jump into the 2 trades sponsored by Micmo economics this week. Starting off with Vince Hook, receiving Jalen Waddle, and Michael receives Geno Smith and George Pickens. David, you first, and then me, and then
So
Michael can talk
bad.
first.
Look at Michael's face.
Can I just say my piece first and we move on? Because I'd rather forget about this. I was tilting hard, man. I was tilting hard with this whole dude. This whole QB carousel got me messed up. I really was just like
Bruh.
I was just saying like the past week's production, like yeah, like this is worth it. Like he's a good quarterback. Like granted though, I still feel more comfortable rolling with Geno week in week out instead of maybe I can stream Matt Ryan this week or Daniel Jones next week. Like it's I gave up a lot, which hindsight I wish I didn't. But I'm still it's one less thing I'm worrying about now.
Okay.
All right.
And I was really high on George Pickens. I wasn't expecting
Before the Pickett
for-
injury, right?
yeah.
Wait, what's he got right now?
Pickett might be playing. Pickett
He
might
might be
playing.
playing.
Oh,
If he's
yeah.
playing, then
He took
feel
starter
more
reps
confident
this
about
week
it.
or something like that.
yeah.
Today, I think. All right.
So we can just move on from it.
So
I
we're
already
just
know.
gonna
I
move.
already
We're
know.
just gonna let him off the
I already-
hook here. We
I
got.
already
No, we're not gonna let him off the hook.
Right,
Go ahead.
go
Give me
ahead.
your
You
grade.
go.
Alright.
Give the grade at
I
least.
already know. It's
At the moment, I wouldn't say it's an F. I think it's more of like a C minus. A for Vince Hook. I knew Michael was desperate. Like, I wish I had like a lower grade quarterback just so I could trade
Yeah,
him
I
for
wish I
something.
picked
You know
up
what I mean?
someone off the waiver wire
You know what
so
I
I
mean?
could sell him for Jalen Waddle.
Jesus. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I got. So, I would say C for Michael, A for Vince Hook. C minus. Go ahead.
Yeah, I might do it A for A plus. I like never hand out A pluses, but this gotta be. But if Jalen Waddle misses this week, I don't know if he has a shoulder injury. I don't think he's gonna miss it, but if he does miss it, downgrade from an A plus to A for
Okay.
Vin, right?
Okay.
And
Next one.
Michael gets
Michael.
a D, whatever.
All right.
Whatever. It is
Michael
what it
receives
is.
Terry McLaurin. Jonathan receives CEH.
I think if this was another league, that might have gone vetoed.
Did something happen in your other league?
No. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
if our league wasn't so laissez-faire, The commish might have vetoed that trade, but
Which
all right,
one?
whatever. We never
The
know.
Waddle one.
Are you talking about the Waddle one or the
The
McLaurin one?
Waddle one? The Waddle
Waddle
one.
one.
Come on, you're grown. We're grown men here. Like if you wanna like it's not collusion. It's obviously like all right, let's combine our teams.
No, I
and
know,
let
I know.
Ben win.
I was saying if this is not a laissez faire
Yeah.
because it's so
Yeah.
lopsided.
Yeah.
But who knows? Whatever.
Dude, you never know. Gino goes off the
That's
rest of
what
the
I'm
year.
saying.
They were right. You know, when we have our hindsight as 2020 segment. Dude, this could be the A plus. Like we just look like idiots.
Yeah,
So,
Jalen
let's see.
Waddle career-ending injury. Hey, you're wrong for laughing at that, Michael. All right, let's move on.
All right, thoughts on this trade, David?
Terry McLaurin versus CEH. I mean, Michael had a wide receiver one that he sold away, so I would say getting Terry McLaurin. I'm not a big fan of either Clyde or Terry McLaurin, but I'd say for C's for both. Like Terry McLaurin, you don't know how he's gonna do with Heineke. He might get passes, he might not. I don't know who Heineke's been getting reps with, and CEH. He's a touchdown or bust type of running back. So I don't like it for Jonathan. I don't know if Jonathan's gonna play him. Jonathan doesn't even need him this week. I don't know why Jonathan played him this week, but traded for him.
I think both of them were like trying to get off of those pieces, so they're
Yeah,
like, "Fuck it, like
alright.
let's make it happen." I don't like either player either. I'd want to move both players. I think Terry McLaurin's a good football player. Just the situation isn't good for him. So yeah, let's see what Heineke can do. I would say C's as well. Thoughts on this trade going into it, or how did this come up?
First, I just sent a blind trade. Ever since I'm kind of like into the blind trading right now, so I sent him a I sent him a CEH for Wandale Robinson.
You did a CEH for Wandale trade.
Yeah, I just want to get off of C. I want him off my roster. I'm tired of seeing him on my roster.
Okay.
So I just sent it just to see like I get anything a receiver to fill in this week, and he said like he was tempted to, but that's his last lotto ticket. So then I just asked him like what would you think, and he was like maybe a Brandon Cooks or Terry McLaurin. So
you don't like Brandon Cooks?
I do, but I don't know. I just felt like with the Heineke situation coming in, like he at least has chemistry with him from last year. So I thought it was probably my best bet, and I think Terry McLaurin's the better receiver. But,
okay.
No.
All right.
With that.
All right.
Okay. Thoughts on Tua, Michael?
What's up?
Thoughts on Tua?
Tua?
Tua? It's Chris throwing us a curveball here.
What do you mean?
Thoughts on Tua? What do you think?
Because he's playing him this week.
Oh, you're playing him?
Who's he playing this week?
Who is he playing?
Are you interested in him? That's what we're talking about. Are you interested in him?
Interested.
Who's Tua playing?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
But he's concussed.
I mean,
No, he's cleared.
No,
we'll talk next week when his price goes up. It's fine.
There you go.
Who would you play instead?
I'll go find someone. I was gonna make a trade, but
all right.
I couldn't make it happen. All right, let's jump into the therapy room this week. Breakdown on who we're giving therapy to this week. David.
Yeah. So therapy room this week all teams 3-3 and under, because if you ask me or Michael, how's life, Michael?
I'm good, dude. I sleep well at night.
It's great right now for the 4-2 teams. So 3-3 teams might need counseling,
Yeah.
So we're doing therapy room only 3-3 teams and under. So I guess first therapy session.
Let's start with Michael. Let's start with Michael because he has 3.
Start with Michael. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Michael. Your first therapy room.
Who should I start with? We'll start with Timmy. Timmy's hubris is letting him continue to believe in players that show little production or little promise. What does he have to do to face? What challenges does he have to face to start understanding value and need?
Oh man,
that's a good one. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. I mean, I think a lot of this stems from his
When he got 20.
3-1 record against Micmo in the eat shit.
Mm,
I think he has like daddy issues there.
I think he has daddy
So I
issues.
think if Michael like were to reach out and would say like, "Hey Timmy, like I believe in you and your fantasy intellect." I think that's what he needs, and like he just needs to, accept his team for what it really is and the pile of shit that he has on his that he has going week to. What's like terrible? He's winning. He won
Yeah.
2 weeks
Yep.
with fucking DJ Moore, Juju's Poo Poo Smith's Poopster, and Mid Clay Poop. He won last week, which is like I can't believe it. So, but I
Yeah.
think Timmy, I don't know what Timmy's got to do. I think he's got to go like 0-18 for him to learn.
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe my team's not that great.
He's
But he,
but let's be he's gonna get the toilet and he's still gonna like be like, you guys are still dog shit.
you guys
whatever.
you guys lucked into it. You
Yeah.
high rollers.
Yeah.
All right. Chris, you go. You have
All right.
anything to say? Wait, Michael, you have anything to say to Timmy?
We'll wait till week 9.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know what Timmy needs to do. He's too
Or week
stubborn.
8.
He needs to reflect. He needs to reflect within, and find himself. So kind of find out what he really needs.
Go ahead, Chris. Marcus.
All right,
or
Marcus. All right. This one's tough. So tough time to so far, the second to lowest points for 93 points, and that's with two high-powered ceiling players in Tyreek and Devontae. But on the other hand, he's forced to roll out, the likes of like Caleb Huntley and Khalil Herbert and Kenyon Drake. So, how must he feel to have boom bust wide receivers that were one bust, or is it the rest of his team decisions where he has the QB start, between Burrow and not playing Burrow? Like Burrow had like 30 points on the bench that past week. But yeah, so how must you feel? How would you feel if you're him when you have these boom bust wide receivers and they're not booming at the same time?
You're probably thinking that I'm that close. He sees it happen to one player one week and one player the next. He thinks it just wait it out. It's gonna happen all together.
Yeah, you think? I mean, I think Marcus is kind of living in like the last year's names. So you got the Najee, you got the
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek, you got the Devonte Adams. I mean, Devonte and Tyreek on different teams this year. Like the names are still there, the memories are still there. Like we remember what they could do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're pretty consistent last year, but this year on new teams, on new offenses, maybe you know they aren't giving you the ceilings. He's running Aaron Rodgers out. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to. I don't know if he knows this or not, but that Devonte Aaron Rodgers stack,
It was last year.
it ain't gonna work this year, Chief. All right,
Oh shit.
I mean he's got two tight end. Honestly, I would probably just drop Schultz if I was him. So
Two
I mean Miles
quarterbacks. Yeah.
Miles two quarterbacks probably just drop Aaron Rodgers once you have Joe Burrow. Miles Sanders looking kind of nice. Too bad he's on a bye week. Caleb Huntley getting like half the snaps, but like whatever about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean I think Marcus is his what he's got to do is get over last year and start being in the present. Marcus, come
Mhm.
on.
Okay.
All right,
All right, David.
all right. My therapy question for Chris right here. Chris is my patient here. Chris,
All right.
how does it feel about having Green Bay Packers on your team, being a Packer fan, and having them shit the bed not only in real life football but also on your team football. So
Yes,
he's
sir.
got the AJ Dillon, he's got the Romeo Dobbs who's been on and off. He's got the Green Bay defense. How does that make you feel? Like when our team does bad, we feel bad that week, but at least like the Chargers win, the Rams won, right? Chris got the
The
Green
stack,
Bay
dude.
lost
stack.
to
I got the stack, dude. I got the L stack, dude.
Yeah, he's got the oh man, they're on my team. My fantasy team's gonna win, and my real life team's gonna win. How's that
That's
feel,
how.
Chris? Talk
That's
it
how.
through.
And that's how I live life. Dude. I live for the high highs and the low lows. Dude.
All right.
and then you lock your Glock. So
All right.
that's exactly the move.
Yeah, you lock your Glock. But is how do we feel about Aaron Rodgers? Come on, let me know how you
Oh,
really
man.
feel about him.
I feel like our whole team sucks dick, dude. So I don't even know.
Too much ayahuasca.
Is it a rebuild
Yeah.
type of thing next year?
I don't think it's a rebuild thing. I think it's like this O line not meshing. It's he's not clicking with these wide receivers. He has no like safety net like in Devontae Adams. Our defense is young.
Does
I think we're
ayahuasca.
young. I think we're really young overall. So
All right. So it is a rebuild year. So go ahead,
Yeah.
Michael.
My next one. My next one is for Vin. It's like, what steps does Vin have to take? What challenges does he have to overcome to keep this hot streak going?
I think Vin.
You know what? I think the first step is to trade for Jalen Waddle.
Damn.
I think he's on the right track there. You know, pick it for Waddle. You know,
Good for you,
But-
Vin.
I think
what?
Vin's team is always like, you know, if my team can just get healthy all at the same time,
Yeah.
right? Because you got
Yeah.
Waddle unhealthy, Higgins unhealthy,
Mhm.
Montgomery unhealthy. You know, all at different times. And at the beginning, Brian Robinson
Godwin
was unhealthy,
too.
right?
Godwin, yeah.
At the beginning, Travis Etienne was like working his way through. So he's got to get them all to work at the
Yep.
same time. But for some reason, they aren't working at the same time.
So do you wait for that, or do you trade?
Trade for? I might.
He just
I'm
traded for Waddle.
team-
I think that's good enough for
team
me.
does-
I would trade for more. I would. You know what I would do if I was Win? I would trade Travis Etienne for something more consistent and not in a shared backfield. So I would do Etienne for fuck, dude.
Let's look at
Would
the top 24 wide receiver running backs. You want him to have a better running back?
Running back, yeah.
So let's see. Top 24 on the season so far. You got guys like 13 Jamal Williams, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones,
Someone you can swing and miss on.
Kareem Hunt,
Trade you ETN.
Devin
and Jalen Waddle
Singletary,
for
Devin
Dalvin
Singletary,
I could. I would.
Devin Singletary, Tony Pollard. Let me see by the season average. Season average around 13. ETN for
Like a Raheem Most or not a Raheem, sorry, a Ron or what's his name on Patriots.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Ramondre, yeah. Would you do that?
Hell no! Come on
Hell
now. Hell no.
Would you do an
Hell no.
opportunity?
For Ramondre? No.
No, opportunity for Etienne.
He has an
AJ
opportunity.
Dillon.
He has an opportunity though. That's like the same situation.
What about an AJ Dillon? Like
That's if he wants to get himself in the same situation.
alright. It's hard.
Yeah. it's hard.
Najee Harris.
He might have to package him with Jalen Waddle to get something. I'm just gonna fuck with you at this point.
I'll trade you Dalvin Cook for Jalen Waddle and ETN.
Really?
Oh, that's pretty spicy.
Hey, bang
Little
his line.
spicy.
That's why we
Bang
do
his
something.
line,
That's
yeah.
why we do this. Hey, good.
All right. let's
We're
go
on
to the next
40
one.
minutes right now. We haven't even gone to the power rankings.
We're gonna miss this shit. Whatever. All right. Jonathan, I got one for Jonathan. Starting off at 1-5. The a champion in the Hall of Champs, hampered by injuries. Kamara, Keenan, Wandale, and holding guys that haven't hit yet, like J.K. Um, and Brandon Cooks. How must you be feeling with being unhealthy? Kind of the same topic as Vin, but probably on a much more grander scale. Just guys that are straight up unplayable.
He's also running Dak after a hand
Yeah.
injury. I mean,
And then you at this point you were like one loss away from being on the fringe of not making the playoffs. So like
I'm
all it
about
takes is
I'm
a bad
about to
week.
send him there right now. Alright, but hypothetically, I'd be pretty mad because if I'm going up and down my roster, the star power is there.
Mhm,
The health is not there, so I'd be mulching pretty bad.
mhm,
If I was him, I would have probably traded Keenan Allen after like maybe the first or second week. Because I'm 0-3 right now.
mhm.
Keenan Allen's hurt. We don't know for how long. He is pretty old, so it could be a bit longer, and it could also come back. So I might trade. Well, not this week because he's gonna play this week, but
I don't even think he's gonna play this week. I'm gonna be honest.
3 weeks ago, if I Jonathan can probably synthesize like, hey, Keenan Allen's aging player, or what was his injury? Hamstring, right?
Hamstring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hamstring, older player, age 30. Hey, maybe like I should trade this for like a fuck, like a
Jalen Waddle.
like a Waddle,
Jalen Waddle.
like a Chris Olave.
Which was the original trade.
Yeah, so I probably would have done that actually.
Mhm.
Or he had Waddle and he traded for it. Yeah,
Keenan, yeah.
just Jonathan, your hubris. What you gotta work. Your what? That's why we do this therapy room, Jonathan. You gotta know when to deal them. You gotta know when to fold. All right, brother. That's your hubris. All right, I'm glad we worked through this. Do you guys
All
agree?
right.
What do you think?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
All right, go ahead. Let's go, David and Michael. Go ahead, David.
All right. My last one is James. Like, I mean, up and down James roster. All like what jumps out to me is James. How does it feel to have, 5 of the top, like of the like 24, 23, 22, 21, 20 running backs? He has like 5 bottom tier running back twos on his team right now. And what would he do to like just get up to like the 14, 15 range, Because he's got so much running back trash on his team. What would you guys do if you were in James's
Oh man.
Well, we're saying a lot of his shortcomings has to do with being married, right? So I think the first thing to do is get a divorce.
That's what I think too. That's what I think.
How are you gonna feel about not having your brother anymore though?
Then
You get your first brother in
gets his-
how
he gets his
many
on
years?
high back. He gets his on high title back, so he's probably feeling pretty good.
Oh man, if I was him, I don't know. He's hit lotteries and like missed lotteries, like trading for Damian Harris, and he gets injured.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon for some reason doesn't play.
Bateman
So
too.
supposed to be the starter. Bateman's injured. Chase Edmonds gets relegated, and now he gets 2 guys are on the bye, Hendo and Singletary. So maybe he sells. Maybe he
Go ahead.
sells low on Henderson and Singletary, packages them for like a better running back just to try to get string some wins together.
Shit,
And
dude, I
like
might even sell some running backs to Marcus, who he's playing, because he's playing Huntley right now. I might sell Melvin Gordon for a Khalil Herbert and play him, bro.
shit.
Now
Oh
that's a
man.
moral dilemma.
Yeah.
All right, but
Yeah, I think he's definitely hurt. He needs to package something. He might take an L and 2 buys. I think that's something I try to go for. Target a team that's up there. Try to get them these 2 running backs on buy and see if they can see if they're willing to kick back maybe a top 18 running back or something like that.
all right, Michael, last one.
My last one is for Royce. It's like, Royce, you need to make amends with whoever it is you wronged because you got the second highest points of the week and still lost. So Royce needs to make amends.
What does Royce need to make amends with, though?
I think he needs to join that cult his family's a part of.
Okay. Yeah, I think you
He-
gotta start believing in a higher
Yeah.
power. The
He talks too much shit on them, and here they are.
Yeah, here they are living life. Got 2 houses, got this huge mansion, and Royce is
Probably
just
winning their fantasy league.
Yeah, Royce
Yeah,
talks
Royce is
shit on the cult, but look what the cult's got on him, dude.
Yeah.
You're living
Uh,
off the cult money right now.
Yeah.
But Royce's team on paper looks pretty good.
Looks good until just injuries, and then he's on a 2-game loss streak, which we'll talk about as we move on into
All
our
right, yep.
Week 6 recap. This week we got James and Timmy. We all chose James. Who was our guest last week? Vin.
And
We all chose James. Timmy won. Ty versus Marcus. We all chose Ty. Marcus won. Michael versus Jonathan. We all chose Michael. Thank you, Michael, for pulling through. Royce versus Knee, and we chose the guest chose Knee versus Royce, chosen by Vin. Chris versus Vin took. Vin chose himself. We chose Chris, so we kind of washed there. Nick versus David. Went against David. David lost. Nick and Nick. David with a rough week. 2 out of 6 correct. 2 out of 6 predictions. Myself and our guest got 3 out of 6. So our running total. The host of the show with 56%. The guest with 63%. So we're not doing too hot right now. But yeah, just one more comment I wanted to make was that James is on a 4-game slide. Inactive in the chat, having a rough time. Royce is on a 2-game slide, even though we know he looks like he has a good team. Vin and Nick are the only ones with the highest win streak right now with a 2-game win streak. Also, another spicy Monday. The Chargers Broncos brought a lot of implications going in. David needed Herbert to cover about 20, 25 points. I needed Austin and Denver D to not cover 20-ish points, which they did, and Herbert did not. And then Melvin Gordon and Mike Will trying to cover 40 was not, to be honest, not out of the realm of possibility, right? But not even close. So, thoughts on this past week, David?
I mean, like this week was the week of upsets in the league, like the NFL, and also our league. So I think that's probably what happened this week. Probably, or is it like who won? Marcus probably had all the bad players on the bad teams, so he won this week against Ty, who probably had the good players, like the Tampa Bay players didn't do too well this week. So that's probably what happened there. So it was just a strange week for real life football and fantasy football.
Okay. Any thoughts on this week, Michael?
I was thinking the same thing as the upsets all around. But I think now we're starting to kind of see the separation between the booty and the toilet.
Let them know. Where does the toilet start? Talk your shit, Michael. And where does they stop the count type of deal? But where does the toilet start?
The toilet starts with Timmy, dude.
At the
Timmy, Vin took Jonathan, James then?
Yes.
So that's 4 right there. Pick another pick 2.
Royce is making his way down.
One more, right? Or no?
More, yeah. And Chris.
Oh, okay. There it is. There it is. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, all right?
Go ahead, Chris.
We'll see it comes into fruition. So, gave you the spiel. Let's look at the power rankings. You guys saw it. Nick is pulling away as the sole owner of number 1, increasing his power ranking score from like 2 something to 1.64. Number 2 isn't even close with 3.86. So Nick's pulling away there. The gap between second, third, and fourth closes as their power ranking scores are 3.86, 3.93, and 4. So all separating by about 0.7 hundredths. Last week there was a bigger gap. Um, but yeah, that's closing in between second, third, and fourth. Royce with the biggest slide from third to seventh, dropping a power ranking score of minus 1.72. Jonathan's slide looks bad. If you look at the graph, I think it goes from like, what is that, 9 to 10 or something like that. But his power ranking score is only half a point. James also with a big hit with negative 1.36. So James had a rough week as well. Michael with the biggest increase, though. Our guest this week, a power ranking score of 1.14. Vin, finally moving out.
Moving up.
Moving on up from 12
Hey,
to
dream's
11.
not over, Vin. I've
Yeah, I
seen it
know.
before.
Dude, the better position than 1 and 5, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's my takeaways from this. Michael, any initial thoughts? How'd you feel when these power rankings came out a couple hours ago?
I saw where I was at and I was elated. I don't know if I've ever been this high up, so it's nice to see. Everybody else, I'm not even worried about. We'll just, try to make our way to the top.
All right. Honestly, when I'm looking at the roster, my human brain
Yeah.
thinks Ty's team is better than Nick's team. What do you guys think about that? But it's like almost Nick's team is almost like double, right?
I think it just had to do with his loss. I think him winning and having 52 points, and Ty had a really bad last week. I think that definitely dropped his power ranking score. He had like 60 points, like not something he should have had, but he had something very, very low that
Yeah.
I think definitely took a hit on his power ranking score.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I think Nick maybe be the best team, maybe. But he should be a lot closer, like 2.5 or 3, not 1.6. That's just me and my human interpretation of.
Yeah.
I'm a human. I'm not an algorithm. So
Yeah,
what do
it
I
isn't.
know?
But look at this algorithm being like 5-1, 52 wins. No one else has 50 wins. He's the number 2 consistency, the highest points per game at 118. The rest of the season roster at 3. Like that kind of pulls you away from everyone else. Like 5 points more than everyone else. A top 3 roster rest of the season, and then first one hitting 50 wins, and only one in the tens for losses.
Rest of season roster. I don't know what rest of season roster means.
I think they take it. I'm
Is
assuming the
that
algorithm takes it from like
bench
a
also
fan.
or no?
Yeah. I think it looks at like a fantasy pros, like ECR, like an expert consensus rating, and
I
then
mean,
they kind of put it together.
I think Nick's next few weeks looks good, but not like runaway good. And he can only play, like, let's say his bench is pretty good, but he can only play like his starting lineup. Like if they blow up on your bench, you can't play them.
True.
So that's why I feel like if rest of season roster includes the bench, it should be like weighted less because you can't play them if your starting roster is like you would never play them.
Yeah, I'm assuming it helps with the bye week. It's considering bye weeks. It's considering just where they end at the end of the year, like where their overall ranking is at the end of the year, things like that.
Okay. Do you think James' team? Any other takeaways? Do you think James' team should be last with a drop from 8 to 9 to 12?
I think so. I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, I think so. Like looking at Vince's team, we talked about how Vince's team has been like beginning of the year. We're like, oh yeah, Vince's team looks so good. He's just not hitting. Right now, you're talking about how he's not healthy and he's not hitting. And then James made some moves where he lost kind of his like he went for the depth, like trying to get out of the toilet, like the depth wins and the strength of season schedules kind of route. But he has that low points for. He's 1 in 5. And I don't think his starting roster is as strong as Vince.
All right. Any other notes about the power rankings?
Michael,
Me and you,
anything?
Chris, tied like perfect.
Yeah,
15,
top 5.
5.4, 5 point, what, 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, so top 5, me and you, perfect.
Let's go.
Evenly matched, I guess. But you got the consistency with a 3 and rest of season roster 2.
Yeah. I have
And
more
my
overall wins.
consistency is 9 and rest of season roster is 8, so
Yeah. I have
don't
more
know.
overall wins, but you have better points per game for sure.
Yeah. So, anyways, don't listen to the algorithm, y'all. Keep doing what you're doing.
It's just something nice to see, right? Thank you, but like not to slander, but I thank you, Kamish, for putting that together. But this is what the pod's for. So let's look at week 7 predictions. What's our time at right now?
We at 55 minutes right now.
All right,
so,
dude. It's time, baby.
It's time. Last time we did this, beauty.
All right,
5
so,
for
good, it was pretty
6. Yeah, it was pretty
so
good. Go ahead.
pulling our games up, right? We're rolling into our week 7 predictions. Got some shot bets up. We're good. We're good. We got James and Marcus. Quarterback. Who do you got? Off the cuff. Michael.
Marcus.
I got Marcus with Joe
I got
Burrow.
Marcus as well. Running backs. Who do you got? Michael.
James.
Bruh.
James.
Yeah.
Bruh, I
Damn.
think this is a tie, dude.
If we're
I don't
picking
know.
somebody, I'm going James.
Okay. I just gotta say, Damian Harris
actually,
off a
Damian
pulled
Harris-
hammy on
Damian
Monday
Harris might not even
night.
play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
probably
shit.
not gonna. I think he just put them. I don't know if you guys do this or not, but sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. You guys just put in the high, even though that's not here on play. You
Yep.
put in the highest points just to see that sleeper projection. You guys do that? Who
Yes,
does
sir.
that? I do that.
I do
week,
that.
yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just let me see that shit get closer to 50-50,
Alright.
please.
Wide receivers, who you got?
All right, Marcus.
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 Okay, it's Adams. It's Adams Hill versus Mike Williams, Amari. So Marcus. Tight ends, who do you got? Joe
Got
Everett, Pat
James
Freiermuth.
here. If
I got-
Pat plays,
Yeah, Fryermuth place. I'm picking Fryermuth.
I think it's a push personally. Does the defense or kicker make a difference?
yes.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be like this matchup will probably be in the 80s, so I think the defense will
Mm.
make a difference.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
I really like Ravens Z, and I don't like that 49ers Z versus KC. Any changes? Any thoughts in general about this matchup?
I like Khalil Herbert or Kenyon Drake over Huntley, to be honest.
I think even if Harris does play, he should play Edmonds
Over Harris.
over Harris. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that's a shot.
That's spicy. That's spicy. All
All
right,
right, who do you have winning?
Marcus.
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 All
All right. And let's jump into Vin versus
The
Yi.
Brother Bowl.
The Brother Bowl. Took has no position at quarterback, but who do you got here? Derek Carr versus nobody. I got
Probably
Yi.
Derek Carr.
Probably Derek Carr. Yeah.
Slim pickings out there. I think a couple people are holding 2 quarterbacks. You got pretty big buys this week, so yeah, tough position for Vin took. Running backs, who do you got?
Vin.
I have a wash here because he's going the fuck it. Someone on Detroit's gonna score a touchdown, right? Approach. I mean, adding up both of their when they both played in like the first 3 weeks together, it'll probably wash Eckler and Montgomery's. One of them's gonna be Eckler, one of them's gonna be Montgomery on the Swift and J Will side. So
I you know what? I
think it's
see
a
that,
wash.
and I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna see push there.
Um,
Wide receivers,
Knee here.
me. Tight ends, Ingram
Against
versus
nobody. Yeah, probably
It's nobody.
Knee.
All right, flex Higgins versus Ayuk.
Vin. I like Higgins.
Vin.
I like Ayuk versus Casey. I'm going Yi.
You're always an Ayuk guy.
I'm a big Ayuk guy. All right, defense kickers. Do they make a difference?
Probably not here.
Probably if he doesn't have a defense.
If
That's
he
true,
doesn't have a
Cozy.
defense, if he doesn't have a tight end, if he doesn't have a fucking
All right,
quarterback.
thoughts on winners? Or any changes? No for me.
No.
Okay, how about instead of changes, who would you drop on Vin's team to pick up like a fucking
Isaiah
tight end?
McKenzie.
Probably drop
Yeah,
McKenzie.
Isaiah
Probably
McKenzie.
drop Robbie too.
I'd
to be
probably drop
honest.
Robbie too. Yeah.
'Cause
He's
you
my
Or
got-
tight
even
end
Mooney.
quarterback.
Nah, I drop Mooney.
You drop Mooney.
Drop
He's
Mooney.
been getting targets, kinda.
12 targets last week.
last game. 5. All right,
They throw
whatever.
like
You
10
heard
times.
Winner, Knee.
it. Yeah, easy.
Knee.
You got Knee too, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Tie
think this-
versus.
This
What
next
do you
one's
think?
pretty easy. I think we can all just consensus tie here.
The only thing Timmy has for us is tight end with George Kittle versus Hunter Henry, but I got Ty, bro.
But that's like a 3-point difference,
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
my opinion.
I got Ty winning this one.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, Ty.
But it's,
How's
throwing it out there, I might play Jeff Wilson instead of Deontay, and I might play Robert Backwoods over Claypool.
how is Timmy gonna keep talking his shit on Deion Jackson and not play him? Right? How's he gonna just play him
Ah,
this week? Come put your money where your mouth is, Timmy.
Timmy
Come
won't.
on.
Timmy won't. Timmy won't.
Timmy
play him.
won't. He's too pussy. He
All
doesn't
right,
listen to the pod no more.
Yeah, no.
All right, keep it
You got
going.
Ty?
Yeah,
We all got Ty. All
Ty.
right, Mike, Mo, Nick. So it's between you and I, and then Michael can chime in whenever he feels like it. Quarterback, I got Nick. Michael. I mean, no,
Wait,
not
wait.
I have
Michael.
Michael
David.
this week. You know, you got 3
Okay.
weeks in a row where Lamar Jackson's putting up less than 15 points. In fantasy, you got to update your resume. How much of that is because of Bateman being out, and how much of that is Lamar Jackson doesn't have the it factor?
Wow,
Damn.
spicy.
Wow.
All right, running backs. I got Michael.
I got Michael running backs.
Wide receivers, I got Nick.
Wide receivers, actually, what do I have? Nick. Yeah, I have Nick here. What am I saying?
Tight ends, I got Push.
Yeah, push here.
Flex, I got Sutton versus Debo. I
I
got
like
Michael.
Sutton here. What do you
Yeah, I
think,
got Michael.
Michael? I have Michael here
Anything to
versus
change here?
Curtis Samuel.
I might bench Sutton
Yeah,
Mm,
why is it empty here? What do you talk us through this?
because I don't want to play Sutton against Sauce Gardner, and I really like a Pickens play if Pickett plays.
Okay, so you're wait and see, but you gotta get that 10 points in so that the percentage bar gets closer to 50-50.
You're right.
It's the mentality, you know, you gotta manifest it.
You're right.
All right, but I have Michael winning here. Michael,
Let's go.
I got Nick winning.
All right.
But if this is the week to win without Cooper Cup, this is the week for Michael to win. I think it'll be pretty close. I'm just gonna pull Nick here. All right, next one.
Yeah, it's a pretty close matchup. I think it's a Sutton week here. It's a if the backup quarterback comes in, it's a Sutton
That's
week.
true.
That's true. All right, let's look at David versus Jonathan. So this is gonna be primarily Michael and I, and we'll go from there. Let's go. Quarterback. Who do you got, Michael?
I got David.
I got David. Running backs. Who do you got?
David.
I got a push. I got a push.
Oh,
here.
okay. I got David.
Wide receivers.
If Keenan plays, I think Keenan. Well, Keenan might not play.
That's
If
the
Keenan
thing.
plays, I got Jonathan.
That's the big thing. If Keenan plays, I got Jonathan too.
Yeah.
All right.
Tight end.
Jonathan.
Jonathan as well. Flex. You got Jacoby versus Latavius.
Ooh. I got Kobe.
Okay, I got Jonathan too in the flex there. Does defense make a difference? Not too much here for me.
I think so. I think Jets defense is really good. I think they're gonna put up points.
You think
Okay.
so?
I
All
do.
right.
I really like Jets defense.
All right, and then we're gonna go one. I would go Wandale instead of Jacoby here, and I would go Tony Pollard or Reynolds instead of Latavius. I think this is gonna be a close game. I think running backs are strong. I'm not sure about Keenan playing. I got David winning this week.
I got David winning this week.
Oh, let's freaking
wow.
go! I'm against the. I hope I win this week. I'm against the last person on the power rank. If I lose this week, that's how you know the power rankings ain't shit.
I think David's running backs are gonna pull through for him.
Anything's possible in fantasy football, so there's that. All right. We got David winning here. Last one, Chris versus Royce. So y'all can break this down.
Ooh, I think this is the game of the week. What do you think? This or the brother? This is pretty close, to be honest.
This is pretty. I like this game.
I'll start us off. I think Tua is a get right game here against Brady.
I like Tua here too.
Running backs Jonathan Taylor and Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs looking pretty nice lately. He is against Houston, which is also pretty nice matchup. So I have versus Christian McCaffrey, which after his first few weeks, he's I think they're putting him on display to trade him. So I think Christian McCaffrey is good for 20 every week now.
I think so too.
okay.
Yeah.
But I do have Royce just because Jonathan Taylor might play, and Josh Jacobs looking pretty good.
I'm gonna go with Chris on running backs.
Oh, you like Mostert here, or is it an indictment on Josh Jacobs?
No, I don't think Jonathan Taylor is gonna be playing that well if he does play.
Okay. Wide receivers, I have Royce here, Amon Ra, and D Hop versus Dobbs and Metcalf. So
Yeah, I have Royce here too. I think that's pretty easy.
tight end, Mark Andrews versus Kyle Pitts. Mark Andrews pretty easily here.
Yeah.
Is
Just
Kyle
drop
Pitts,
him, Royce.
Is Kyle Pitts to drop? You know what's fucked up? Kyle Pitts got a touchdown last week, so he just has Royce on like a string.
Yeah.
He's got him coming back for more. You gotta just play Taysom here. I think Royce was burnt. Taysom gave you as his floor 4 points last week, but
Yeah.
how many weeks of Kyle Pitts has just gotten him like 2 points,
1
2
point,
3
2
points,
points,
right?
yeah.
So each of them having a touchdown every week, that's what you're playing for. But Taysom gives you that 4-point floor over Kyle Pitts' 3-point floor, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, any changes?
Yeah, dude. I'd play Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill over Pitts.
For Pitts, yes.
What about Chris's team?
No, I like Chris's team. I like where it's at.
I don't like Judy this week.
As opposed to who?
I might play Eno. I might actually run my boy AJ Dillon. When he's on your bench, you can't forsake your team, Chris. That's why I ran AR that last 2 weeks ago. You can't forsake him.
You're not wrong.
I might play AJ Dillon. I might run him out one more time. But over AJ Dillon, I might play Eno on Thursday. So you got something to look forward to tomorrow.
Okay.
But that's it. So who do you got winning?
Oh man.
Gut reaction. Come on. 2
Chris.
seconds. Chris. All right, I have Royce winning this week.
All right. Fill those in for me later, Michael. All right.
That's
That's it for the week.
Thank you, everybody, for listening this far. Oh, wait. We forgot to shout out Ryan last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ryan, if you made it this far in the podcast, I don't think so. You're not in the league. But you shouted out, in the comment section, you shouted out, you listened to the pod. So we appreciate that. If you comment on the episode this week saying, hey, I listened.
Before the next episode.
Yeah, before the next episode. Hey, David, Chris, I listened to the podcast this week. Me and Chris will take a shot on the stream.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right.
Give him some merch.
Yeah.
Give him a handshake table shirt.
Yeah. And also user KX124QZ4. Thank you for listening to the show and liking and subscribing to the podcast if you're a real person. So, all right, quick shout out. All right, good luck this week, you guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
do 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 do